Chapter 15. Moral Values. Moral values are necessary associates of faith. The real purpose of faith are to instill moral values. The observance of moral values makes life secure, happy, and invulnerable. Values made by man are always fragile and short-lived. Values of divine origin have proven to be strong and dependable. Moral values are the basic necessities of life. Faith divorced from moral values makes life unpleasant and ineffective. It is morality that makes life forceful, effective, and respectable. A philosophy of life of secular origin is a fragile vehicle, whereas a code of life based on divine origin is highly dependable and a good guide. As a matter of fact, man has failed to frame a moral code. Moral values, as given by revelation, are immensely helpful assets in life. It is the key to success in life. An Islamic code of moral life is based on divine origin. Faith is a necessary condition for a good life. Islam demands sincere dedication to the will of Allah. Faith in Allah, in His apostles, and in the book are the conditions that make one a Muslim. Faith is a prerequisite to making moral values really useful and effective. Faith must be dearer than life and all other possessions. The teachings of Islam are the same as those preached by Hazrat Ibrahim, Moses, Jesus and other prophets. The Quran verifies, purifies, and consolidates their teachings. The love and reverence of parents are sacred duties. Muslims are admonished to develop a mild and noble character. Differences in daily life are inevitable. The mark of rectitude is that one must always be ready to forego and forgive. Rather, it is advisable to make a good return for a bad one. Good treatment is likely to make the foe your friend. Such an attitude is doubly blessed. One who is profuse in doing good to others' weaknesses is condoned by the grace of Allah. A Muslim is expected to do good always. He is prone to reconcile and make friends with one who has alienated him on flimsy grounds. A Muslim is expected to always offer a good return. Do not be vain and haughty, and have a cheerful countenance. Be generous for the sake of Allah. Let your generosity not make you vain, and do not burden the beneficiary with gratitude. If a believer goes astray, feels repentant, seeks forgiveness, is generous, and has a mild temperament, Allah is very merciful to such people. Weakness is inherent in human nature, but if he is disposed to do good and mends his way of life, he is redeemed by the grace of Allah. Marks of rectitude are: he should be repentant. He should be inclined to be generous, and he should have a mild temper and forgive the faults of others. Such a man receives the forgiveness of Allah. One who is sincere in faith is eventually richly rewarded. Do your best to excel at doing good to others and be firm in following the right way of life. Be polite and straightforward in your conversations with others, and return their greetings with warmth. Do not disturb the peace of the land. Maintaining peace and order is the duty of every citizen. Miserliness and covetousness are woeful social evils. This is an outcome of extreme selfishness. Islam prompts us to be selfless. This attitude eventually makes one generous and benevolent. Islam denounces laziness in very strong terms. Selfish and lazy tendencies are doomed to ruin. Islam calls us to be just and generous. This is a very important command of the Quran. Do not calumniate any person or any religion. It does not behove a Muslim to use abusive language. A Muslim should be careful to avoid major sins. Man is born with weakness. Petty lapses shall be pardoned. A man need not pretend to be innocent. Do not commit fornication. Repent and reform yourself if you go astray. Allah is often forgiving and merciful. Pray for the perfection of your personality. Self-discipline is the prime duty of the faithful Muslim. It is the essential characteristic of a superior personality. Allah forbids shameful transgressions of moral values. Be careful to serve the poor who are self-respecting and do not beg. Such people deserve special care from society. The Holy Quran warns that no one is above the law.